Hi beautiful, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be testing the Ecotools Ultimate Blend brush set. They are absolutely beautiful. I love like the actual kind of like design of them. I think they look gorgeous. But I'm going to be comparing them with the iconic London brushes. So we're going to jump straight on into the video and not ramble too much, because I seem to do that like all the time. So if you are new to my channel, then consider subscribing if you enjoy anything beauty related. I'm going to be doing a whole load of different videos, especially because we're coming up to Christmas. So I'm not going to ramble on too much. If you wanted to check out my videos, then it's completely up to you. And if you are already subscribed, then thank you so much for being here. And let's just get on into the video. Okay, so the Ecotools brush set was $16.99 on Amazon, and I will leave a link down below for the brushes as well. You can buy them on iHerb, which I've never heard of, but you can buy them for £13 on there, and on Perfume Click you can buy them for £12.40. So a really good price for these brushes. Now the iconic London brushes are, I think they're about £45. Yes, so with the iconic London brush set, you will get 4 brushes. Now, I only have 3 here. I don't know where the other one's gone. But these are the HD Blend Base set. But obviously, you've got 3 of each, so that is perfect. So we can test them out today. I will literally I cannot talk today. So I will be doing half and half of my face. I'll be mainly focusing on foundation and concealer. So we will start off with foundation. So for the foundation that I'm using today, I thought that I would get one that I know works well on my skin. And obviously it's tried and tested, so I know that it's not going to be like you know, look strange and then I can, you know, blame it on the brushes. I want to give it a fair review. So I've picked the Flower Light Illusion foundation because this is just so nice on the skin. So I will go in with the iconic London brushes first, and then we can do a comparison. But I will literally just show you the brushes up close. They're so pretty. They've got this like pink kind of like marble effect almost. So these are what the brushes are looking like. They're really soft on top actually. They feel really nice, and they've got like a decent density, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be like too hard on your skin. I feel like the iconic London ones are really nice, but they are like quite firm. So I'm just going to quickly read actually what these ones, if they've got any information on them. It says here, soft for sensitive skin, so perfect for me because I have such sensitive skin. So if you do as well, then these are perfect for that. So like I said, I'm going to go in with my foundation, and I'm just going to do half on one side and then do the other side with the other brushes. So with this one, like, you literally don't lose any product at all. Like, you hardly need to use a lot because it is just so full coverage with the brush. It just works so well. Like, I feel like with this brush it definitely tugs the skin a little bit, which might be because obviously the bristles are so tightly packed together, but it literally gives you the most like flawless look to your foundation. It is such a good brush. And as well with these brushes, like, it literally takes no time at all to actually do your foundation. Like, it's pretty much done in like a couple of swipes, and I just feel like it applies it so nicely and just so evenly as well. Like, that is it pretty much done. So it just looks so even and smooth. It looks so nice. I'm then just going to take a little bit of my concealer, which I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible one. This one, when I first tested it, was like awful, but I think it was because I was using like the amount that you see most YouTubers do, like the big strip under your eye. You don't need a lot of this. It is so full coverage. When you do use a lot of it, it tends to cake up throughout the day, so just don't use a lot of it and you'll be alright. So I'm just going to be taking the smaller brush just to blend this out under the eye, and just on any like breakouts that I have. And with the smaller brushes you can just get like into the creases and the crevices and stuff like that. The big one obviously won't do all of that with the foundation. It's a massive brush at the end of the day, but you can use the smaller ones to just kind of like perfect your makeup a little bit. So that is literally one side of the face done, and that is what it's looking like. They are honestly such good brushes, so it'll be interesting to see if the other ones are just as good, because if they are, then you're saving so much money. I feel really sad that I have to like get these dirty now, but I'm going to take a bit of the foundation, and oh, that is really nice. I need a bit more foundation actually. I'm finding with these brushes, when you swirl them, you get a lot of swirl marks. You don't get that with the Iconic London ones, but when you sort of dab it into the skin, that is literally like a perfect finish on the skin. It looks so, so nice. And they feel really soft. Like I said, they're not as dense. Like, they're still dense, obviously, but they're not as dense as the Iconic London ones, which I actually think is a good thing, because like when you move the brush, it has a lot more like mobility. You can kind of go right under the eye, which is really good. And it doesn't feel like it's like punching me in the face. That is actually a really nice brush. Yeah, I just feel like you have a lot more like, you kind of can move this around your face a lot more. It definitely goes into, like, you can manipulate the brush like into the crevices and stuff like that. You can't really do that with the Iconic London one. Like, I can definitely like get that under my eye. It sort of gives you, it's got a lot of movement. I'm trying to think of the right word, but I just keep coming up with loads of different ones. But you definitely have like movement with it. It definitely is able to get into like all the hard areas that you need to get into. I really, really like this brush. This is really nice. So I have got a little bit of like dryness on my nose, but we're just going to ignore that. Like, they're just both, I mean, this foundation is brilliant, but they just both have like such nice finishes to them. Like, they honestly both look so good. Like, they literally have the same amount of God, I've got a lot of dry skin here. That is none of these products for that. Is my skin. It is so bad at the moment. But both of the foundations worked really, really well. Like, honestly, I don't even think you would tell like the difference. If you didn't know what brush you was using, you would say they were the same, honestly. And I actually prefer the Ecotools ones, like how they look. These ones are really, really nice, but they're all like plasticky. I'm not really sure what this is. I guess it is plastic as well, but it definitely has like a nicer feel to it. So I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side, just with the smaller brush. Just start to pat that under the eye. I feel like this one applied the concealer a little bit more, like, it looks a little bit more dry on this side, and I don't know whether that's because it hasn't like blend. Oh, this whole time I've had mascara on my eyelid. Yeah, I feel like it looks a slight bit cakey under this eye, and I don't know whether that's because it just hasn't blended it properly, or whether it's dragged it or something like that. Like, it's not something you can definitely see straight away, but when you get a little bit closer, it does look a little bit cakey under the eye. And like I said, I think that's just because it's like blended it differently. It might kind of felt a little bit like it was dragging slightly. Blended out the concealer here fine, and yeah, maybe just because obviously under here is a slight bit difficult to get under. Maybe it dragged it slightly and kind of created a little bit more of like a patchiness. But the foundation brush is absolutely beautiful. I really wish I had cream products to do the other side. I might try. I'm going to try and find some cream products to use the last brush with, so you can give like a proper like test on it. So I will be back in a minute. Okay, so I have the Primark like foundation stick. So I'm just going to get the like middle sized brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that, and we're just going to, oh, so that's placed it really nice. I feel like when you have these types of brushes for cream products, especially like bronzers, blushes and stuff like that, because they are so densely packed, you do not need a lot of product, which I kind of have used a little bit too much, but you won't lose any product with it. It literally places it straight from the brush onto your skin, so you don't need to use a lot. And that is kind of like the best thing about these types of brushes. You don't lose anything. You don't need to use a lot. You don't need to use a lot of your products because they don't soak it up like sponges do. And a little goes a long way, definitely. So I feel like that, even though that's a lot, like I put a lot on, I feel like that is blended, like it's blending so nicely. Go back in with my one I use for the foundation and just go around the edges. Really, really, really like these brushes. Like, I actually feel like that's blended out so nicely. That looks so nice. Okay, so I don't know whether it was my fault that I just didn't put enough concealer on, but it did slightly drag with this. It didn't place it exactly where I wanted to or blend exactly how I wanted to. Maybe you could use this one just because these are a lot more flexible. That's the word I was looking for the whole entire time. Flexible. Because the bristles are a lot more flexible, you could probably use the middle one under your eye. I don't know whether that's just like a small amount and it wasn't like placing the product like in the right place. It was kind of dragging it across. Maybe you could use this one. You might feel different. It might be the type of concealer I'm using, but that is just obviously how I feel whilst I'm using these. But these two are fantastic. Like, my foundation blended so easily and quickly and flawlessly. I am so happy like how they actually look. Like, it looks so nice. And also, like I say, if you use these types of brushes with cream products, just remember you do not need a lot. But it looks really, really flawless and nice and soft, and I feel like it blended so easily. I'm going to quickly go in with the Iconic one, and I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side and just see how these, or this, kind of looks on the skin as well. But I don't actually think I've used these for this, to be honest with you. Like, I literally just dipped into that because I was a bit more aware of like not using too much product, and it's kind of covered all of the areas that I wanted to. That's the best thing about these brushes. A little definitely goes a long way. Watch me literally do like a complete different shape on the other side of my face. Yeah, I definitely feel like the Ecotools are a lot more flexible, a lot more maneuverable. You can get them into the places that you need them to kind of go. The Iconic London ones aren't really like that. They're so densely packed, which is the best for application, but obviously not so much for like getting right under areas that, you know, you need a small brush for. But the Ecotools ones, you can definitely do that. You can use them under your eyes. Like, I easily did my nose. That was not an issue with the Ecotools one, but the Iconic one was just a little bit more difficult to get into those areas. So yes, that is what we're looking like at the moment. I actually really, really like this side. Like, I feel like this looks so nice. This side looks nice too, but the difference here is that the price is considerably more expensive with the Iconic ones. Like, £45 for I'm sure you get 4 brushes. I think I've just lost one, I'm not sure though. But with the Ecotools ones, you definitely get 3 brushes, and they are, honestly, I'm so happy with these. So yes, that, my lovely friends, is the end of this video. I really, oh my god, Oh, why can't I talk today? I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you are new to my channel, then consider subscribing. If you enjoy this type of content, like I'm saying every single video, I will be doing like a load of different things at the moment. Just trying to like get a little bit more of a creative flair, and at the same time, I'm not putting a lot of makeup on my eyes, so I don't want to bore my subscribers with stuff that isn't relevant. So I'll still be doing this type of stuff, but just leaving my eyes a lot of the time, which is really upsetting me. I really just want to sit down and do an eyeshadow look, but it's just not going to happen at the moment. So yes, if you are already subscribed, then thank you so much for watching. As always, it means the absolute world to me, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.